Welcome to Section 3 of this e-course, The Anatomy of a Song. In this lecture, we're going to discuss the intro, the verse, and the pre-chorus. The intro starts at the beginning of the song, and I know that's self-explanatory, but the intro is very important because it sets the tone and tempo of the song, and it grabs the listener's attention in order to lead them to listening to the rest of the song. If you're not sure how to make the intro of your song, one easy way is to make it an instrumental version of a verse or chorus. This is often the case, but it doesn't have to be that way. My personal advice regarding intros is be very straightforward. The listener is going to decide in the first 10 seconds of listening whether they're going to listen to the entire song or skip to the next song on the radio or on the iPod, as long as it takes to find the vibe that they're looking for. For example, if you have a minute of slow music and the tempo changes, bam, it speeds up dramatically for the rest of the song, those listeners that were very in a relaxed mood are going to switch stations or switch to another song because they're just not feeling it. And it works the same way if you're driving your car and you want a real fast song and the first 30 seconds of the song are really slow. You're either going to fast forward if you know the song to the part that you want, or you're just going to skip it altogether. Remember, nowadays people lack patience, so you have a very small window to get their attention. Next is the verse, and the verse is deeply involved with the storytelling of the song. It actually moves the story forward throughout the song. However, there is a rule with the verse, and that's that the melody of the verse is the same each time. However, the lyrics are different with each verse. And if you're listening to a recording of a song, you'll notice that generally the verses are quieter than the chorus, just to give the choruses a bigger effect. My advice with verses is to diversify. It doesn't matter if you're playing in a band or you're recording several instruments, because constant change in a song keeps the listeners on their toes, and this is very important, especially because what we talked about before about shorter attention spans. You want to constantly change parts of the songs, even if it's in a small way. For example, the second verse can be different than the first by excluding the guitar and just having vocals, bass, and drums. So when the chorus comes in with a guitar, the effect is more powerful. Another idea is to add an additional guitar riff that has not been introduced in the previous verse. And something you can do for vocals is to add different harmonies to each verse. Now we come to the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus occurs between the verse and the chorus. It's sometimes used to add an additional level of dynamics to the song. It's also sometimes known as the climb because you're building up to the chorus and it heightens the anticipation of the listeners for the coming climax, which is the chorus. My personal advice regarding the pre-chorus is that not all songs need a pre-chorus. You don't have to have one. They're usually added on kind of an as-needed basis if the song is lacking something, or you need to make the chorus stand out more in a song.